In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. Imagine that, a future that's super black. Long as your skin brown, your superpowers intact. What would your powers be? Just hope it ain't super whack. Spatial manipulation, create a portal that's black. Maybe just super speed, time travel to run it back. Or cheat manipulation to keep my spirit intact. As I encounter evils the world face, demons the world makes, I needed the world at stake. Rest in peace to Chadwick, they killed all the Black Panthers. Told us white lies, I still marvel at black answers. Suits in DC, pray it lead to a civil war. It ain't no Justice League, what's the need to be civil for? Propelled like the juggernaut, it's clear ain't no stopping this. The world in grave danger, who can stop the apocalypse? They killed all the heroes, the new ones don't really care. But if you need me, put your fist up in the air. Yeah, in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black.
Hey everybody, we are back for another episode of Blurred's Eye View. Thank you for tuning in. If you don't know who I am by now, shame on you. But for those who are new here, I'm Chris Fury. I'm the man on the wall, head man, captain of the ship. You know what it is. Papa Bear of the Blurred world, whatever you want to call it, as long as I'm in the positive light. Thank you for tuning in. This is Blurred's Eye View. Before we really get into it, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank everybody who's new here and watching the show. Show your love on the YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, and you'll get great episodes and shorts and Fury's reacts and reviews and much, much more. But before we really get into it, I want to give out a shout out because Paramount Pictures is helping sponsor us. So here we go. Here we are. Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Amongst Thieves. Get Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves on digital today. Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez star in this hilarious and action-packed adventure where a band of unlikely heroes must undertake an epic heist to retrieve a lost relic. Buy or rent Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves on digital today, rated PG-13 from Paramount Pictures. And we have codes to give away. How can you get a digital code to watch, which I consider a very funny film? It's very good. Well, answer one question. Since we have a horror writer on here today, I want you to name one Scream Queen. Just one Scream Queen. Drop that in the comment section. And if you get it right, because we have 4 codes to give away, the first 4 who can answer it gets a free digital code to see that movie. So without further ado, let us get this party started. And we will start with the lady of the house, the lady of the ship, the war captain of the crew, Lady Mandalore. What's going on, Lady Mandalore?
Oh, you caught. Sorry, I was enthralled with reading literally the last 3 pages of this book. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a wonderful evening. How are you? You going too light on them with the entry code? I say 3 Scream Queens. That's easy. That's 3.
It's very easy. All the horror films that's out there, you can give at least one.
One of them just came out with a movie.
Okay.
Two of them. Hi.
Like this is just it's no excuses that you shouldn't know this. And next up, the computer of the ship. I guess you could say he's the live computer of the ship. We'll be watching the Cinematic Assassin. What's going on? Hey, he's repping the
new lid alert. Leave it. What's good with y'all?
What's going on, man?
Hey, listen, Tyler Perry is not acceptable answer. Just helping y'all out.
No, he's not an acceptable
Good luck.
Answer. It's not.
Mayhem. Stop. Stop.
It's not an acceptable answer. What's going on with everybody?
I just came back from my second viewing of watching Guardians of the Galaxy. So, yeah, I'm softer than I thought. I'm much softer than I thought I was. I mean, it's good. Like, this movie is my kryptonite. If I ever need to do some kind of an acting gig, I'ma just remember Rocket and tears immediately. I'm not giving anything away, I promise.
Let's just say this, and I'm gonna bring it up in the blurred news section. It did great. It hit the notes, and this is how you do a trilogy. This is just
with no ego. No ego.
And we're not talking about Pete's dad.
I didn't mean it. I swear to God, I didn't mean it. You didn't mean it. I did not mean it. No pun was intended at all.
See, this is how. So Raw says Tyler Perry is the real life. You know what, Raw? I swear to God. Raw coming here, blaspheming Luke Cage name every chance he gets. Oh my God. So we have a special guest with us tonight, horror writer and writer of Planet Dead, as you've seen our lovely Lady Mandalore showcasing. Sylvester Barzey. What's going on, Sylvester? Yes. What's happening?
I'm just happy to be here. I ain't never been on the show before where someone actually had my book. That caught me off guard.
I feel it in everything. It's tangible. It's real.
That's very cool.
Fantastic.
It's very cool.
Okay.
What about you, Will?
Just gonna show that I don't read. That's cool. I thought we was a team. I thought we was cool.
Read it when I'm in my free time at the job site. No, let me give you this real quick. So Planet Dead, Black Heroines, the whole nine. I love it. So we'll be talking about that shortly. Though, how you been doing, man?
Me, I just been working, day jobs, writing, side jobs. It's so many things going on right now.
Right. I swear the day that we can actually not do 9 to 5s.
Oh yeah. That would be amazing. Mine's is like, I think like 1 to 9. That's what I normally work, 1 to 9 every day.
In the afternoon?
Yeah, or yeah. Ooh, no. No.
That's rough. That is rough.
I don't think I could be a functioning human being if I had to do like night shift every day on something. No. I have more power to everybody that can do that. That ain't me. Nope.
Yeah, that's a rough ride.
Shout out to all our people in the medical field, because them night nurses will save your life with coffee and Red Bull only on their stomach.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think coffee is not having the effect that it once had anymore.
Coffee don't feel the same. Well, after you've had like Monsters and Red Bulls and stuff. Coffee just ain't working up to
this. Like what is this? Tap water? What is this?
Coffee is terrible. Y'all was never supposed to ingest that. It tastes like sin.
Oh yeah,
that tastes like angst.
I don't until you gotta doctor it up a little bit.
I was about to say I don't know where
little something in there.
Drinking your coffee.
You ain't drinking it right.
Mine's is pretty much a milkshake by the time I'm done.
Hey,
this is Black Spartan. He should be sure to be here shortly, but he says Red Bull and Cocoa Puffs for him. So
stop.
What?
No,
like, I don't know. Right? I don't know. I hope he doesn't mean like in the bowl.
Yeah, but like the Red Bull don't take place of the milk.
I mean, it does fizzle pop, so it could. Yuck.
I found this dude on TikTok who he has this like new song coming out. And it talks about like caffeine, but to promote it, he's been mixing like all the energy drinks together. So people suggest 3 different ones. And I was just like, this is dedication. I hope he's not
trying to die.
No.
This is not how you make the infinity formula. This is not how you get the super soldier serum. This is not how it works.
He had a Celsius, a Red Bull, and a Monster. I was like, oh.
That's how you.
He's on Barry Allen time.
That would be what Barry Allen would be.
Facts.
Like, there's no way. I can't. There's no way. Like, I tried energy drinks before. Yeah. I did the 5-hour energies. I did the Red Bulls before. I'm like, I can't even swallow this stuff. This stuff is disgusting.
Nah, man, Red Bull is life. Shout out to any sponsors that are looking to, come up on the show.
I've been tagging Celsius for weeks.
Okay, he says no. You have milk in the cereal, just straight Red Bull afterward.
Oh,
All right.
See, we were concerned.
You was about to be fired. I don't have that authority, but you was gonna be fired.
Like this is just off of the bucket of spaghetti he was talking about a couple weeks back. I'm just like I had to worry. I was like, it's a long thing. It's a long thing. It's a long thing. Don't ask.
Triggered.
Lady Mandalore got him together. She was like, "What you're not gonna do is
no. The family kept it going. They sent him a bucket. Sent him a whole bucket. Oh yes, they did.
Spaghetti?
And to quote meatballs, and to quote him, it wasn't half bad. I refuse. I refuse, sir.
None of it sounds right. None of it.
It's not it because okay.
I'm
Hi, Will. We love you. Hurry up and get on the show.
I see like a metal bucket from like a janitor movie, a sports movie. The janitor he used to be the man, and he's teaching the kid. Like that's the bucket I see, just the old metal bucket.
You're a bum, Rob. You're a bum. I can't.
Did you? I think Chloe has taken her first crack at that digital code. I'm looking in the comments.
Let's see.
I think she's got the winner chicken dinner.
Let's see what we got. See where she. Jamie Lee Curtis. Okay, Chloe, you get one of the free codes. I will send that off to you. I will get your information. Let me write your name down for
He closes out everything, and he's just like,
I got you, Chloe.
I'm forgetting someone, and I don't know who it is. There we go.
I definitely thought you was about to share news about Chloe Bailey in the show somehow. I was like, yes, we on.
Riding hard for the little Burbank.
I gotta work slow. Just let me get in there.
Yeah.
I can't. Y'all can't stop blaspheming Disney though. But outside of that, yeah, I'm working on it.
What was her sister?
I love our mouse overlord. What do you mean?
I don't have a problem with the mouse.
Her sister was at the premiere with like flounder colors for her dress. That's how she was dressed.
So a couple of I seen some of the pictures from the print, and it looked pretty nice.
Yeah.
It looked pretty nice. So it is. So congratulations, Chloe. You'll be one of the first winners. Matter of fact, let me do this the right way. Chloe Franklin, you are the winner of one of the first codes. And trust me, you will not regret it. This is actually a fun movie. It's funny. It's action-packed. It's a breath of fresh air. Yes.
Oh, she does. She looked pretty. She looked pretty in her yellow dress. I'm sorry. I'm looking.
Yeah, they came to play. They came to play.
I want. If I could get snatched like that, I'd have that dress on. Well, I go to the park with that dress on.
Get as much wear out of it as just possibly can.
I mean, it might be pricey.
Grocery store, bowling alley.
Right. Jesus. So
I can buy pepper spray.
It has I can obviously tell where the news outlets are running out of things to say. I can tell. You know what? There's no imagination. It's like you dig for the news. It tells you this is not journalism. What y'all talking about? Y'all talking about stuff that happened months ago, weeks ago. None of this at all. I've seen things from certain sites where the minute the writer strike happened, I said it. Me, Black Spartan, Lady Mandalore, Will, we all said it last week. This puts a stop to everything. If you're watching it,
enjoy it while it lasts.
Exactly.
It ain't gonna be here much longer. Whatever you thought you liked about it.
Shows have gotten canceled. SWAT is one of them. Despite its resurgence, it got canceled. Wow. I'm just like, wow,
it wasn't even gonna try.
Yeah, they were just like, you know what, we're just gonna shut this door right now. We're not
good.
Yeah. Like so but everything else is not a surprise to me because they were saying things like, first they named all the talk shows. And I'm like, it doesn't end with the talk shows. It never ends with it's sitcoms. It's movies that haven't been out yet. It's movies that were getting ready to be filmed. I don't know why the movie Blade was such a big thing. And I'm like, look, we told y'all it shuts down everything.
It's not a surprise.
If it's not filmed already and done and in the can,
it's gonna have some problems.
We were there in the darkness that was called Heroes. We were there. We can tell you what
I was saying, like, I remember the like first writer strike I ever interacted with, and it's like you can look at your DVD collection and you know when it happened. Like,
facts.
Dark
Ooh,
times,
Lord.
Dark
that was a hell of a year. Ooh, that was a long year. That was a long year.
You had to. You were pressed to find other things.
Shorter seasons, really bad, like filler episodes. Like you're just kind of like, oh. Okay.
And I blamed Abrams and his team for getting me hooked on Lost because I hadn't watched it up until that point. So I was watching the reruns on Hulu when Hulu was free, of course. Hulu was free then. So I was really crushing out the episodes. And it was that entire summer, and then it came in, and I guess the writer strike ended. They finally came out of it, and they came with the new season, and I'm like, all right, let's see where this goes. And then it just gradually
didn't. Fell right off that cliff.
I'm like,
Smoke Monster got it.
The Smoke Monster got it. It went down just like the plane. Plane broke in two halves, one half on the other side of the island. It was a mess. Heroes was never the same. It literally felt that was the one that really took the hit, in my opinion. Heroes took a massive hit, and it was just like, oh, we're on this train, everything looks strong, it was good, boom, writer strike, we can recover. You never recovered. You never Heroes recovered. Reborn. They tried for 2 more seasons. And literally fell apart. And then when they did Heroes Reborn years later, the first thing people who watched it from the beginning said, okay, we getting a cheerleader. And what happens? No cheerleader. No. They wrote the cheerleader out in the most mundane way. I'm just like, I don't like that. This ain't.
Why you drag this carcass back out into the square in the sun? Beat it further.
We never got Hero. We never got Hero to fight his dragon. None of that. None of the dinosaur. None of that. We missed all.
I forgot all about. You didn't get anything that was promised to you.
Nothing.
Like they gave us a cousin who could copycat styles, and and she used it in the worst way. It was a mess. It was a whole mess. Never really explained Nikki. It just got worse.
I mean,
and the son too.
I was just like, it just got worse.
Who ain't look nothing like her. I was very confused. Very confused.
Like they just need to pay these people what they are owed. Pay them for their work, their time. Writing is a very creative and stressful thing to do, and I just don't want them to mess up House of Dragons. I just want to see that.
Like, that's the line.
I can't go through this twice. Okay,
they're talking about the script's already written. We're just gonna film it. I was like, I don't know.
I don't. Is it though?
That's what they're planning on doing. They said the script was written, so they're just going ahead.
Look, I just read somewhere that they said by the obviously Stranger Things, this final season, they said it delayed indefinitely, and somebody said those kids are going to be 35 by the time this season comes out.
Right.
I mean, oh boy, got a whole long beard.
Like he got more facial hair than I do, and it was
I've been trying, and I'm just looking at him like this.
That boy,
he gonna have a whole Rick Ross.
You gonna look at that too. You better digitize this out. I'm not cutting it.
I'm 17.
You're right. It sound like the kid on the baseball team. I'm like, he's supposed to be 12. Why does he sound like he's 29?
Yeah. And then And the House of Mouse over there is threatening people, talking about if you're a showrunner, you better come do these shows that we pay you for.
between them and David Zaslav. He's like, oh, the love for creating will bring the writers back. No, it won't. I don't know where
motherfucker.
I don't think you understand how this works. So let me.
I could create on my own time. Like, I don't need you to create. I need you to pay my bills. That's what I need.
Right. That's all I need. I make my own
Somebody
stuff.
has clearly not had a regular job in quite some time.
Exactly. So we got other blurred news. So here we are. We getting into it. So we know there's been a lot of talk about Beetlejuice 2, and we know we finally got the solid answer for Beetlejuice 2. But here was a nice little piece of tidbit. Jenna Ortega's joining the team, and Winona Ryder is said to come back as her mother.
Okay,
I'm here for Jenna Ortega and Michael Keaton.
I mean, I see it. No,
I mean,
right.
Let's face it. She did a very damn good Wednesday. She did a very good Wednesday. It was a good show. Which, damn, I just realized we ain't gonna get Wednesday for a while.
Nope.
I just realized.
Y'all better hope you don't get Wednesday for a while, because whatever they put out in between now and then.
Oh no. Sorry, Momoa. That Aquaman 2 doesn't seem like it's ever going to see the light of day.
I don't even know why they were trying. They might just let it go.
Like just write that one off. It's kind of a moot point at this one. Let's just kind of leave it alone.
Nobody checking for you, baby. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right. It seems to be official. The Mouse hasn't announced it himself yet, but they said that Adam Driver has accepted the role of Reed Richards, but we haven't heard from actual sources just yet.
No.
Wait, hold on.
No.
They've already hired a production designer.
Y'all don't like Adam? You don't like Adam?
I don't want it. I don't want it. I want someone else. I need anybody else. Why?
What?
No.
What did he do?
It ain't supposed to be him.
That's just what did he do?
We're just having a whole tantrum like a little kid kicking their feet.
No.
Anybody
They
but
keep
him?
picking the wrong ones. Why they keep picking the wrong ones? No, he looked like a wrong tank. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh no.
No.
I
ain't even gonna lie. I don't even care who Reed Richards is gonna be. So like, I'm there for the Storm kids.
I'd rather have that.
That's all. I'm just there to see Johnny and Sue. I don't really care about the rest of them.
Well, see, so here's the thing. They did hire a production designer, and it's nothing solid, but I guess certain details are saying that it might be a period piece. We don't know. It could be taken. It could very well take place.
Like this period in time? Like what?
No, like,
I gotta.
We're in that age now at this point.
What, like it's gonna be the
like
B.
The 60s.
If it's in the 70s or the 60s, I'm gonna be pissed.
What, you don't want to see?
Pissed.
You don't want to see Tony Stark. You don't want to see a Reed Richards with a goatee like the French tickler right here.
De-aged Michael Douglas hanging out with Adam Driver.
Are they just trying to make sure we don't get a black Johnny Storm again? Is that what they're doing?
Oh my God.
Just go far enough
back.
Not the 60s. Not the 60s. Look, I tried watching that again. It was on television, and I said, "This, Michael B couldn't even save this. This thing was horrible.
Where were you, Johnny? With Brother King."
Like,
never mind, I'm good.
So here it is, Raw. We do need a Fantastic Four. We just need one for the MCU. We don't need Fox's version because we generally don't recognize that.
Van Forstick.
I mean, I don't know. Do they need their own movie? Can we just like insert them where they need be?
Oh, you mean like how everybody was thinking it was going to show up? He was going to show up in WandaVision.
Yeah. Just insert them where they be.
Everyone was thinking that. I was one. The minute Monica said, "Oh, I know someone who can design something for me," it was like, Reed. But
I mean, like,
nice intro.
I wonder.
Turned out it was just some normal kid.
Put your focus on the X-Men. Like, make sure you do that right. Get that story right, and worry about Fantastic Four later.
Yeah. Speaking of X-Men, Storm is going to Krakoa is giving Storm's problems. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, I'm like, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
No, so between X-Men Red and Immortal X-Men, Krakoa, the Sins of Sinister is now done. Obviously, this storyline is done. But good Lord, Storm has got her hands full of trying to make sure this shit doesn't pop off again. And I'm like, well, you are the Queen Regent of you sit in the chair. You about that action. If anybody gonna do it right, it will be you. She's quick to cut somebody with a blade. So there it is.
I mean, it bees like that. Some people need to be cut. It's just we don't say it out loud often enough.
Yeah.
No, we don't say it loud.
I
mean, when she does it, when she does it, I'm just like, shouldn't have been talking shit. I'm just saying.
Stop writing checks your ass can't cash.
I mean, every time she's had to put hands on somebody, they asked for it. Like, she don't go looking for the trouble. Ask Scott. Even Scott, he was like, "You bested me in battle." No, she whooped your ass, man. Just say that. He's like, sat there, no, Aurora, just get it right. But yeah, she's got her hands full in the X-Men universe. Just when we find out she's a magical goddess on top of that. I guess it's gonna be Storm season. That's this, and that was not meant to be that way. I guess we just full of puns tonight. I don't know.
It's pun season.
This is not dad joke season. I did not mean for that to happen.
Nice.
This is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
She still say hurricanes coming. I watch wrestling sometimes. I do the man sports.
Oh,
the man sports.
Since the train has come off the tracks,
you don't talk about Roman Reigns.
The Jenna Ortega thing, who's she supposed to play? Like,
she's Lydia's daughter.
The daughter.
Oh, yeah,
wow.
Lydia's daughter.
So
Lydia's daughter.
Is she just going to be the person of all our nostalgia? Like, if there was like a creepy thing from way back, they're just going like Jenna Ortega. They just got her on speed dial.
She's our current like scream queen. That's what's going
between
on.
Jenna Ortega or Aubrey Plaza. One of those is always.
Oh God, I love for her to be.
I love that weirdo.
Amazing.
She gives off weird very well, and it's just like, I'm not mad at it.
No, I do likes.
I mean, even after what was it the Grammys they were doing? They were presenting, was it the Grammys or the Oscars? I think it was the Oscars. Yeah, it was the Oscars they were presenting.
They did it together.
And I'm just like, why do I need to see that?
That needs to be a show immediately.
Yeah. Like, I need to see that.
Whoever came up with that little setup, they're genius. They're probably striking right now.
Yeah, I'm like, like we were on something. We were hang on to it. Just hold it. We'll be fine. Just hold it.
We're gonna get it together after this.
Right. Jim Lee has been named president of DC Comics. There he is.
Hey.
Jim Lee was one of the original 7 to leave Marvel to start Image Comics. And if you know Jim Lee and his art, it's always great art. Always great art. Now he's over at DC.
That's good.
It is good.
Yeah.
I think it's, it is, because what goes on at DC Comics, as far as like their storylines and everything, I'm kind of tired of the crises. Let's get that out the way. I was tired of the crises. It was way too many. I feel
like it's been going on for decades now. It's like, relax. Like, y'all really don't have nothing to pull out of the chamber?
I mean, that's just their what is it, like their undo button. They start and then crisis. And
the only thing I won't say the only thing, but the one thing I will commend them on is they don't restart their Superman titles. Like, it's like on 1000 something. So they haven't restarted, like with Marvel, like they get done with a story arc that's by an artist or a writer, boom, restart.
Oh, okay.
Number one all over again. So it's just kind of like, just keep the Black Panthers together and keep the X-Men together, and we'll figure out the rest later. You know, at least with the DC comics, they're still going. They're just staying in line, you know. And I'm like, good Lord, somebody's getting it. It's okay. You don't want to constantly reboot.
DC is like, hey guys, some bad news. The last 5 Batman titles we released, they aren't really selling that great. I think it's time for a new Crises. So just hit the Crises button.
Yeah, the stuff that's going on with Batman right now, it's just
it's weird, right? Like it's not just me. It's off.
I'm like, y'all not gonna be happy till y'all break this man. Like,
no,
and he's got a fail safe for that. So I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
You know, when you have several versions of Batman Raw floating around, I'm like, yeah,
it's too much. It's too much. And I'm a Batman. I hate DC. I'm a Batman fan, and I'm saying it's too much. F DC all day. I don't care. I
will say this. They do have some moments, and I know there's one particular moment where Nightwing comes to Barbara Gordon's apartment, and they're talking because he missed the reading of Alfred's will.
Mm-hmm.
And so Barbara was telling him, like, yeah, you missed the will reading, so this is what's going on. Alfred has made Dick a billionaire because Alfred himself was a billionaire. How? Because he was he pretty much adopted Bruce Wayne, which gave him control over things until Wayne was old. Bruce was old enough. He had several shares in Wayne Corp, in Wayne Tech.
I just assumed they were all rich.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't assume that.
Yeah. You know, you would think that because Bruce is rich. Yeah. Damian, Tim, Jason,
find out
they got something. You know,
little 9-to-5 jobs. No, I thought they were all rich. I thought they all had like
Dick was working at Arby's.
Man, I really hope they did better with Dick Grayson, because I remember one time I had a girlfriend at the time that bought me a whole collection of Dick Grayson comic books, or Nightwing comic books, and it was just a whole bunch of self-doubt and daddy issues and sleeping with random women, and I was just kind of like, oh my god. He was like, I'm not Batman, but I need to be. I was like, if I hear this shit one more time. And then
let me be great.
All right. This is the funny. This is the crazy thing about that dynamic between all the Robins, or at least all the boys, because there's still Stephanie Brown and Cassie. But just with the boys, the dynamic that they have, Jason and Tim get along. Dick and Damian get along. Reluctantly, but they do. Because they had to work, because there was a time when Bruce, quote unquote, died. He was lost in time. It's a long story. He was lost in time.
And they replaced my boy Tim with that little midget, and Tim was not happy about it. Tim wasn't happy.
He wasn't happy. Damian was running around talking about his father is gone. I need to be Batman. I'm like, dude, you're like 11. What are you talking about?
Tim showed up to the Batcave, and Dick Grayson's Batman, and then there's this little man, and he's like, you can't be Robin, Tim, because I have nothing to teach you. I would have been like, well, then I'm Batman. What the fuck you mean? Like, there's levels to this. I was supposed to graduate.
Like, how did you get to go off and then come back and revert? I'm like, I didn't choose this life. It chose me. I'm like, that's something Bruce would say. You know, it was ridiculous.
I was turning the page. I was like, Tim deserves better. This some bull.
Meanwhile, Jason is just like, I wasn't gonna be none of that shit. I'll just give me a pistol. You know what I'm gonna do. It was just all kind of bad, but it turns out that they did actually work pretty well together, you know. And Tim being an acrobat, you know, couple people actually picked up, not couple people, I think it was one or two villains actually picked up on, like, yeah, that's not our Batman. And I'm like, really? What gave it away? It wasn't the flips, was it? Because their build is totally different. I don't know Like, how did you know that wasn't your bat? You know, like, oh,
somebody that looks like this to somebody that looks like this.
Right.
There's a difference.
I'm like, that didn't give it away, you know.
The punches.
Those all the back handsprings.
Right. Yeah, it was a back handspring.
He kicks you in the chest, you could get back up. They're like, no, that's not Batman.
Yeah.
He's so live. I don't understand.
He's so wiry. He's so wiry.
He's so nimble.
Right. He didn't even punch me in the throat. That's shocking. I'm like,
I know I broke his. He used to have a limp, didn't he?
But yeah, you know, there are standout moments in those comics, and at least in the Batman and Nightwing, that, you know, they really kind of touch on it. And that when Nightwing found out that Alfred left him all this money, and now like Nightwing's rich, but he's reading this letter, and it was the letter that really did it. I'm like, okay, this is nice, because he breaks it all down. This is the reason why I left you the money, and blah 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 blah. And then at the end, because you are my son, Alfred.
Oh,
Alfred.
that's sweet.
I
feel like out of all the Robins, the only one that should be offended is Jason. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Jason's the only one that's like, oh. Damn.
Oh, really?
Like,
so I wasn't good enough to be okay. You know what?
Y'all just gonna keep putting me to the wayside, huh? Okay. All right.
I mean, it is. I could see Alfred thinking of Dick as his son, and we all know Batman thinks of Dick as his son.
Yeah.
So,
But it was a nice touch, and you know,
that's nice.
It's those moments that really stand out. You know, it's moments like that. It's moments like in Marvel where when Pete is having major issues from Green Goblin, and he's sitting down eating sandwiches with Wolverine, and Wolverine says, well, I don't have those problems because I kill my people. He's like, I don't have those problems reoccurring because 9 times out of 10 I kill my villains. Like, I kill the people. It's just like, he's got a point. Like, you got to do something, man. It was just like, you kind of barked up the wrong tree on that. When you're looking for life advice, that probably wasn't it.
Yeah.
So, but in other news, this crew just made $300 million worldwide.
Damn.
Say what you want. The audience begs to differ. They love it. They're on board. They're sad. They're happy. Great trilogy. We're not giving any spoilers away. We're not doing a review tonight. We're doing that in like another week or so. But damn, 300 million, making money. Well, no, I think you're doing yours in a week, aren't you?
So
I'm coming with you.
Yeah. So they're done. There's not going to be another one. There's just the trilogy.
As James Gunn said it, this is the end of the Guardians as you know them.
Okay.
As you know them.
So we're going to get new ones.
I kind of hope not. But we're leaving it alone.
Yeah. Deadpool.
No, that's X-Force. That's X-Force. Oh man. So we're gonna take a quick commercial break. We're gonna come back and talk to our guest Sylvester Barzey, talk about Planet Dead and horror and his influences and all that great stuff. So we'll be right back.
Welcome back to Fast Money, y'all. We getting ready to finish up the game here. Now your teammate done scored enough points. I think you just need to get one answer right to win. You ready?
Ready.
Okay, name a podcast. Blurred's Eye View. Who should have won that Oscar? Angela Bassett. Who did win the Oscar? Don't give a damn. Name a cartoon. Ed, Edd n Eddy. Name a guest from question 1. Carl Jones. Alright, that did it. Congratulations, you won the game. Hellspawn cosplay. Now, we only need a one name. Hieroglyphics. You can stop now. Josh Evans. Chase Bowling. Josh Brown. Y'all cut the commercial. He gonna be on this for a while. Blurred's Eye View. Be sure to peep the podcast on all platforms, or stream every episode on Always Press Record TV. APR TV now downloadable on Amazon and Roku. APR TV, the power of podcasting in the palm of your hand. Get it today.
This just in.
Feeling groggy in the morning? Coffee just can't give you that pep in the step that you're looking for? Try Pop Starts for that great get up and go that adults need. Pop Starts has the vitamin and nutrients that only grown-ups can partake in, and with flavors such as tossed salad and scrambled eggs, and Jack Daniels and Bud Light flavors to start your day, or ended, there's nothing better to wake up to unless you count that depressing cubicle job. Well, anyway, try Pop Starts today. Pop Starts is not part of the Kellogg's Corporation. Pop Starts could give you diarrhea. Pop Starts are not found in your local grocery store. Running low on energy, long days and even longer nights, tired of all the other energy drinks and bars promise you a lot and never delivering? Need to make it through work, but want a product that can keep up with your busy lifestyle? Want no longer? Try Chef's Chocolate Salty Balls. The balls that are so smooth and with a load of nutrients and vitamins to really get you up and bouncing off the walls. Made with all natural ingredients and healthy junk to satisfy even the pickiest eater. Chef's Chocolate Salty Balls are sold everywhere where you buy your junk. And now, for those who want that extra kick in the butt, comes Chef's Heavy Duty Chocolate Salty Balls with 120% more caffeine than the leading brand. Disclaimer, this product has not been approved by the FDA or World Health Association. Warning, this product is not intended for consumption by children, elderly people, or women who are pregnant, or may become pregnant. You might even get pregnant. I'm sorry, it's just the way Will looked when I brought him up first. He's like, wait a minute. I'm not selling chocolate salty balls. So we are with our guest, Sylvester Barzey. What is happening with you, my friend? Number one, this book, Planet Dead. It's amazing.
Thank you.
But I don't want to be the one to talk about it. I want to let you talk about it. So let's tell everybody what Planet Dead's about.
Okay, so Planet Dead is my baby. It is a zombie series set in like modern time. It follows a ex-military lieutenant. Her name is Catherine Briggs. And basically day one of the outbreak, she gets separated from her family. Yeah, I got the book. I got it too. Will. She gets separated from her family and they think she's dead. And the series is just about a mother trying to get back home, get back with her boys. And, you know, it's definitely a found family type thing. She builds a base as she takes on zombies, killer clowns, voodoo queens, cults. Like she goes into it. So
you got me with the zombies.
Oh, look at you!
I can't. Look at that. I can't.
Okay.
With the moderate save.
Always
see here, Blur's Eye View. We always come through on the clutch. So as I was reading this thing, you know, and I'm just like, first off, it was giving me strong Michonne. It was giving me Michonne vibes. I love a strong female character, and the way she was coming off, and then it got me with the killer clown. I'm like, wait a minute,
dude. I don't understand why. Like, it's been an ongoing theme this week. People are talking about clowns. Like, clowns don't bother me, but the fact that they keep popping up in my like data.
I swear, if I see one coming towards me, I'm just gonna warning, my friend.
In the mouth, my guy.
You're gonna go down. I can't.
Don't play with me.
I don't feel like I don't think I've ever really seen a clown.
Consider yourself lucky.
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't know. Well, unless you count Ronald, but he don't count. Like,
yeah, he don't.
Nah, he ain't cute. Like, nah, he don't do it for me. He all right.
No. Ever since Killer Clowns from Outer Space, it's just been a thing with me and clowns. I'm like, I don't like clowns, and like Hellspawn say, I don't like clowns, and I don't like driving behind trucks that have logs on them. I just, you know,
most definitely.
But so, how did you come up with this idea?
So I started writing the first book, Planet Dead 1, in like 2010, before The Walking Dead came to TV. So basically, I used to just write like short stories and poems, and Planet Dead was just my attempt to actually finish something. So I was writing it in Facebook. Like Facebook used to have Facebook notes. So yeah.
I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, I'd
Back when
write
it was
like
useful.
I'd write like a chapter, and then like I'd be like, "Oh, it's up," and all my friends in college, they were just like, "Oh, when's the next one coming? When's the next one coming?" I was like, "Oh, this is good." And then the goal was to finish something, and I did not. And I went to the military, and I just stopped everything, and then I deployed, and I was just like, well, I got all this free time. Let me just continue writing I got paid for my free time. I did things before somebody's just like, oh, he just went over there and he
got to hit him with this.
So on the allotted downtime, I wrote, and I ended up finishing it. And I didn't know anything about publishing, and I just decided to go into self-publishing and do it myself. And it's been a rocky road. Like self-publishing is hard because it is like a money aspect thing. Like you have to pay someone to do your covers. Like my cover, you know how hard it is to find a post-apocalyptic Black woman? They don't exist in those.
That's why Michonne is the only go-to at this point.
Yeah. So my cover artist, so the main woman, this is a Black woman in a bikini, and then she took a white woman and just like edited it all and made Catherine. And I was like, oh, that's fire. So I had to do that. I had to invest in that, and then you got to invest in editors and marketing and da. So my process to self-publishing at the start was very bootstrapped. It's just like, I'm gonna get it out there, and I'm work, and then I'm gonna build up things as it goes. So like when I had enough money to get covers done, I bought all my covers, and then I went and got an editor, and then, but yeah, so the main dream is to just finish the Planet Dead series, because that was the first series I started, and I just want to, get all these little ideas out my head, because I already know how I want it to end. I just and that's one of the downfalls to writing, because like I get a satisfying ending in my head, and I'm like, that's good, and then I don't write it.
So think of it like this. Think of it like this. You don't want to George R.R. Martin. You just want to go ahead and finish out the
because I'm pretty sure George is sitting there like, man, this series is fire, but his readers don't know the ending yet. So he is like, man, when I write that, it's gonna be legendary. And that's how I am in my head. I'm just like, ooh, wait till I get to book 6. They gonna love that.
So obviously there's influences because of your military background. And once again, thank you for your service on top of that.
Oh, thank you.
And so you see the influences from that. You see some of the influence. It's funny when you mention Catherine and her whole growth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, see, when you mention all the stuff that, cult, priest, zombie, and I'm just like, the zombies wasn't enough, was it? It was like, it wasn't enough. It was like, he just had that, we'll add this other element. Wait, what?
Yeah. No, the zombies are never enough. Like, in zombie fiction, unless it's like the beginning of the outbreak, zombies tend to fall into the backdrop. I like to get to points where zombies are scary again. Like when, I like to make mine twitch or get them in situations where they're just kind of closed off and they have to deal with some kind of like massive zombie. Like in book 3, she has to deal with this massive zombie that they kind of put like axes on his hand and everything. And they're in New Orleans, so they call him the Axeman. And she has to fight him. So, and it's like this whole kind of like Thunderdome-ish thing going on. So, yeah, zombies are never enough.
I was already going to buy the book, sir.
Like, I was already in. I was just already in.
Now I just have to read faster.
Do your zombies run?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm up.
Oh, see? Listen. I got fast zombies and I got slow zombies in them. In my universe, I feel like, because once you're initially infected, I feel like you run until like your leg muscles give out on you, and then you're gonna stumble, and you're just gonna, because it's like that's just how I feel. But for me personally, I just enjoy fast zombies. Yeah, I enjoy fast zombies. Like I've gotten into a lot of arguments with writing friends because they're like, no, slow zombies are better. Just imagine someone coming near you and they gather and they rip you apart. And I was just like, sir, like how fast
slow zombies
doesn't matter.
There's no risk. There's no risk. There's no high stakes at that point. Like I want to feel like this person's in danger and not like, oh, all right, they got 20 minutes. Yeah. They could finish off that coffee if they wanted to while they're sitting on the veranda
when you
pondering
see,
life.
When you see movies like 28 Days Later and World War Z and even Zombieland, you're just like, nope, nope,
yeah.
Like, I need a high powered truck. I need a garbage truck that's retrofitted. I ain't got time.
I used to be fast, but I ain't that fast. Not for that long. No.
Yeah, like I mean, if it happens in the real world, yeah, please give me all the slow zombies that you can. That's fine. But
give me time to think, plan.
Yeah, I want a whole plan. If I could take them out with a snowplow, then yeah, give me the slow zombies. That's fine.
It's like I want to be able to have somebody do this to me and be like, okay, just go back.
Your gun jams, but you got time to take out your Bowie knife.
Just go away.
Yeah,
you know that whole running thing is walking. You're just like. So your influences, obviously military. What other influences brought you to making this?
Making Planet Dead. Mostly, I've always been a horror fan. So my biggest things in horror are zombies and slashers. So I'm like really in love with like Final Girls. And that's exactly what Catherine and Sue were supposed to be. They were just supposed to be my Final Girls. Catherine's supposed to be like my Sarah Connor. Like that she's just my gift to the genres that I've been in love with. So just 28 Days Later definitely is an inspiration for it. Night of the Living Dead. Like if you like look at probably like the first chapter of the book, it's pretty much Night of the Living Dead. Some random person's running from the zombies. They run into an old farmhouse. Black hero with a shotgun. This is Night of the Living Dead. So and then we move past that. So
it's always the farmhouse. It's always the
farmhouse. You can't trust farms in the zombie apocalypse.
No. There's way too much space. It's just too many people. Like there's enough stuff around there to get rid of them, but good Lord, I don't want to have to keep going out to this barn.
So it's just all the vibes that I get from my favorite movies. Like I think 28 Days Later was a big inspiration for book 1, and Brain Dead was a big inspiration for book 2. So I like the whole claustrophobic trying to hide zombie thing going on with that. And I was like, I want to do this. And at the time I was working at a hotel. So I was just like, I'm gonna make this all in one hotel during a holiday party. And that was fire. I had a good time doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That is diabolical.
Yes.
Will, what you assassin? What did you was trying to say something?
I said it's Die Hard.
Oh,
Die Hard. Basically,
it is giving Die Hard. It's definitely giving Die Hard.
Die Hard with zombies. That's what Bruce Willis's ass should have did.
He would have never came out those air vents.
Bruce Willis, Die Hard with zombies. He would have did great. I would have saw that multiple times.
Bit Jai Courtney first.
Yes. So you mentioned Final Girls.
Mm-hmm.
We got several of them. Got Jamie Lee.
Hold up.
Huh?
You giving away? You
get your winners
answers?
yet?
You giving away answers?
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna just mention Jamie Lee, and we have a few others, and then he mentioned Sarah Connor, which
I mean, she made it to
She's
her
a final girl. It's just not a horror movie, but it's sci-fi horror. I
The
guess.
first one. The first one's more horror.
Yeah, motherfucking robot came down and tried to kill everybody. Like, Sam should have passed. Like, he was a slasher. He was just, advanced. Like,
So we've gotten so many. We've gotten quite a few without giving away answers, because that's one of the answers to get a digital code. But the effect that, and I'll just use Jamie Lee Curtis, who seems to be the most famous of the final girls, just from beginning to end. You see her growth and what she goes through, her struggle, all the way, no matter how you feel about Halloween Ends. you see her ending.
Yeah. With all due respect, Will.
It's that.
Oh, I mean, yeah, she the most famous. I don't think she the best though.
I would have to agree.
She not my favorite. My favorite final girl.
Get away
Sydney
from her,
Prescott.
you bitch. Oh, okay.
Sydney Prescott. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, everyone that goes up against Sid ends up in a body bag. There's no sequels for her killers. She gets a new ghost face, but it ain't the same one. Like Jamie Lee Curtis just running from Michael for like 15 movies and
Sydney is just like, who is it this time? Because I don't know
why.
Sid's brother came after her too, and she put him in a body bag. That's it. It's done.
Like, why are we doing this again? Like,
It's Sydney on her Jason Todd.
Like, what was it?
Literally.
Five, she walked into that house. She was like, "Kill her or not, come out. I got a gun." Like, I was like, "What?"
That's my girl.
She was like, "Double tap." What? Double tap?
Yeah. So
no hesitation.
my MVP when it comes to final girl is Sydney Prescott. She's just like, she's does probably the best.
The most badass out of what we've seen.
Mm.
So, favorite horror film besides.
That's hard.
Ah.
That's hard. Like
challenge.
Favorite horror film probably of all time, I think would have to be Scream. I think Scream is my comfort movie. Mm-hmm. Like Scream has gotten me through some like bad days or whatnot. Yes. So like I mess with Scream. Scream's probably like my all-time favorite horror movie. And then like after that, I'll probably go with like Candyman, the original, with Tony Todd, because that was the first one that
for the record, people listening and watching out there, this is a prime example. Candyman is a prime example of keep my name out your mouth.
That's right.
That man wasn't bothering nobody. Y'all call him, he showed up. I'm like, I told y'all.
He don't mess with nobody until you start messing with him. Like he's just in his mirror world chilling. I don't know what he doing until you start calling his name.
It's like, what? You know what? But just because y'all messing with me, I need to go up here.
As a little kid, I was scared of horror movies as a little kid, but to get over your fears and stuff, you like, because you gotta sleep. I rationalize things. Like I was like, Freddy only kills people on Elm Street. Jason, I'm never going to camp, so I'm not gonna run into him. Like Michael Myers only wants to kill his family members. I don't live in that neighborhood. And then like my sisters, they introduced me to Candyman, and then like I'm seeing the bathroom scene. And at the time, I lived in the projects, and right across the street was a park, and every park got that red bathroom. I was like, I'm done. That's it. He coming for me. This is my boogeyman. It's over. Like Tony Todd was like standing in the corner of my bedroom for a good majority of my life. Like,
just say it. Just say it.
Say my
name. Literally. Like I've been going, when you're in school and you go to the bathroom, and it's always a group of kids that's trying this stuff.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, like me and my partner, we was actually skipping the class, and these kids was in there, and the first thing he said, like, "Hey, yo, Let us get out of here first.
Yeah.
Okay, what y'all do?
I remember
We ain't
kids
trying to stop your
me
good
like that.
time, but
They're just like, come say Candyman into the mirror. And I was just like, no. They're like, you scared? I was like, yes. Yes, I am. Like, that's just
Like,
it.
I'm not a fool.
Correct.
Like, I
Absolutely.
remember I was talking to my sister on the phone about seeing the new one, the recent one that came out.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, so we probably gonna go see Candyman. She was like, listen, you done said his name about 3 times. That's 3 times too many for me for this conversation.
I am uncomfortable.
Yeah. She's like, so
I want me to pull this car
I'm
over
just gonna hang
now.
up.
And,
yeah.
Let me know how you are
I'm
in
just
like
gonna
an
hang
hour.
up. So yeah.
Call me back tomorrow. Let me make sure you alive. I'm not calling you.
Yeah, so Scream, Candyman, and like Train to Busan now. It used to be Day of the Dead, but Train to Busan.
Okay.
Like Train to Busan is fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Train to Busan.
Korean horror is completely different.
Is good, is what it's
like.
good.
Who are you telling? Like
Very different.
That's why it's different. It's good.
Me and my wife be like, subtitles, let's go. What? Let's go.
Because see, now you do like this, you like
yeah.
Oh, yo, wait.
Oh shit. Oh wait a minute. There's drama. There's also drama. There's fuckery afoot.
Oh.
Like I be telling people, like, you just need to get over your hiccup with subtitles or foreign films, because foreign films, they're just like next level, especially when it comes to horror. When it comes to horror, like, America just steals everything. Like,
This is true.
Like, I remember I watched Quarantine and I hated that, but I watched Wreck and I loved it. And Wreck was fire. I didn't like Quarantine.
Wait, I'm sorry. What movie is this?
Wreck?
Yeah.
Yeah, Quarantine was like shot for shot stolen from Wreck, which is like a Spanish horror movie. Same concept, just like demonic zombies in an apartment complex.
Yeah,
she
was she was a news reporter.
Yeah, she's a news reporter. Yeah, found footage and everything. She's a news reporter hanging out with firefighters that day. So yeah.
Horror.
It's something about Korean horror that it really makes you. Yeah, it turns. It turns it on its head.
All right, I'm back.
But Korean zombies, that's the, like, when I see them twitch, it just takes me out. I'm just like, oh my God. It's like they're all just gymnastics and whatnot. I was like, how all y'all can do that? This is crazy.
I think that's why, like, shows like The Last of Us hit really well, because they pay attention to the detail and they know what they're doing, and they kind of like, you want, anytime you hear that click, like, or you're in the darkness and you hear that, you're just like, yo, what the hell is that? Yo,
that weird shit.
we ain't got time for this. We ain't got time for this.
Last of Us.
Yeah,
Last of Us was fire. I really love that. Me and my wife, we were into it. She's a big old baby. She was just crying. Every episode, she was just like, oh, I was like, you're not ready for the things that are about to come. I'm there with you.
Oh man.
Like, so, and like Joel and Ellie, they are the apocalypse. Every person they met died. Like, it's like,
yeah.
They're like this bad omen. They're the ones knocking off people.
It was like, you know what? This is how it is on the other side. It was like, there's no discussions being had. And like,
I was in a black nerd group, and they were just like, I'm not watching The Last of Us because all their black characters die. And I was just like, every character dies. Everybody.
It's universal death.
It's rated E for everybody. It's like,
everybody's catching it in this. It's not just us. So
it's like, all the black people die. I'm like, I hate to break it to you. They all catching it. I'm
Tommy's wife.
That's what I was gonna say. The townspeople were good.
Yeah.
They were. I felt some kind of way about Tommy though. I was like, this motherfucker went missing, and then just never came home. Like, your brother is PTSD driven out his mind, and you just chilling.
Yeah,
he
at the commune,
and then
a black queen. That's what happened.
I felt like Tommy showed up there, and he's just like, yeah, man, I had to do some stuff because my crazy ass brother, he's he's a menace, but I found the Lord now. It's like, nah, Tommy, that's like
that ain't how this works. Tell him what you really
Sarah
felt.
took him to the AME church.
like after that episode,
Not
I
gonna
was
be out
just
here in
like,
these streets.
You said, would you say, Sarah? This is
She
pound
took him
cake?
to the AME. Get yourself together.
This is pound cake?
No, wait, barbecue.
We didn't even
got
have this
flavor?
before the world.
That's what I'm saying. That's
After
why Tommy ain't go nowhere. He knew
After
what was
that
up.
episode, I blamed Tommy for everything. Everything that went down, I was like, this is because of Tommy. Like, Tommy's ass should have been here. This is some bullshit.
See, that's what happens when you got the reckless ass little brother. It was just don't listen. Now look.
Tommy trying to say no without saying no. He's like, no, I got a baby coming, right?
And
Joe's like, everybody be having kids. I don't know what to tell you, Tommy. Like,
I had a kid, Tommy. I had a whole kid.
you remember mine?
During this apocalypse.
Choose your
Remember?
niece. Remember that?
Yeah, remember when I asked you to help me?
yeah.
And you just disappeared. You just fell off. You didn't even call. You just fell off the grid.
Because
showed
that
up too late.
man,
You showed up too late then too, Tommy.
that man's doing trades, trying to kill people, all to see how Tommy's doing. And you know how Tommy's doing? Fucking fine.
Yeah. Look like, oh, you've been eating well. And you got a nice shape. Oh.
Couldn't radio nobody. Like, you riding horses now? Like,
There's
Couldn't
no
even
thin
come see me,
film
huh?
of dirt on your body.
yeah. I know Tommy.
You got
Tommy's like hammering away, and he's like, Tommy. He's like, fuck.
Pulled up on, he got the fur lined blue jean jacket on him. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this looks nice.
Going to bed with his true blood wife. He's probably like, man, Joe's here to fuck shit up, man.
Them Tims, they look a little warm.
I gotta get him out of here fast. I gotta get him out of here.
Those butters looking
Right
kind of
now.
nice on you, my friend.
No.
Meanwhile, I got duct tape on mine. Where you get those?
You got duct
You know
tape.
how hard it is to find duct tape? Number
Right.
one. In an apocalypse.
In the apocalypse,
Oh
look,
man,
I'm smelling like Old Spice yesterday's news.
know.
Like, and you somebody
Tommy getting hot
Is that Irish
showers.
Spring?
He ain't worried about where his food came from. Like,
Right.
man, fuck Tommy. Like,
He's really offended by Tommy.
I was
It was those are the moments where you sit back, you actually look at like characters like that and characters like in any kind of horror film, and the trope of having that one character that always either gets bit and tries to hide it or is a straight out coward, like the husband in 28 Days Later. I'm like, my dude, you left your wife to slaughter, and you had the nerve to look back at the window to watch her. I'm like, you said. And then he shows up on Once Upon a Time. I said, I never trusted you.
I never trusted him.
I never trusted you after that. Mr. Gold.
Oh God, right.
They gave him a rough life, man. Peter Pan sold him for immortality and shit.
God damn.
I literally seen him. I'm like,
watching.
you deserve everything bad that happened to you.
Nothing good gonna come to you till you do right by your life.
Because 28 weeks later, you deserve all this shit.
All this heat coming your way. I'm gonna just
Sitting
make
there
sure.
watching this show like ain't nothing good ever gonna happen to you. Damn.
I just want to fall in love. No,
No.
because you
No.
had that.
And you look what you did. Look
Right.
what you did.
Leave her too, coward. No, but it's always that one, and it's always that one. There's always that trope. It's always somebody that either they get bit and they try to be stoic about it and hide it, or they get bit and they just, I ain't trying to tell nobody.
I ain't gonna
Opposed to old boy that was like in Walking Dead when he knew he got bit and he didn't tell anybody and then got kidnapped and got knocked out when he woke up.
Meat.
I was just like, yeah, it's a good way to do it. Yeah, you're right, Geek by Heart. He always played the bad guy. I'm like, dude. He's like evil Dave Chappelle. It's like every time that dude shows up, I know it's Bokeem Woodbine, but every time he shows up on screen, I'm just like, you evil Dave Chappelle. Ain't no good coming from this.
I did not know who y'all were talking about until just now.
Yeah.
Said,
Oh,
I
yeah.
did not know that y'all meant
Evil Dave
Bokeem
Chappelle.
Woodbine. I hate y'all a little bit. I just hate y'all a little bit.
Okay.
Because now I'm never going to remember that man's name for as long as I live. It's going to be Evil Dave Chappelle forever.
Every time he
Oh
show
my
up, he got a
God.
toothpick in his mouth. I'm like, yeah, I watched you grow up. I'm like, yeah, you up to something.
Yeah,
You up to something.
Type it in Google, his picture pops up and everything.
Guys,
Mhm.
I feel like COVID
What,
let
as
us
Evil
know.
Dave Chappelle or Bokeem Woodbine?
COVID let us know which one of our friends and family would hide their zombie bite.
Oh,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
COVID let me know that this world ain't ready for zombies, especially America. America ain't ready for zombies.
We just want to go out. I'm like, seriously?
Y'all talking like you is got all these guns. Most of y'all can't even fucking shoot. Like, no, they ain't ready for no zombies.
We're ready. They literally had half this country believing that was getting ready to happen.
Men couldn't even handle putting on a mask. They told you the bare minimum 6 feet. Put on a mask. No, I'm not doing that. I know your ass is getting bit. I know your ass is getting bit.
And hiding it.
Y'all gonna be like Herschel having people in your damn bar.
Meanwhile, I'm like this. Okay, where was that camp at? Because they ain't gonna be there much longer if this does pop off. Gas up the car. We getting ready to go out that way. Get some equipment because they ain't gonna be there. So, you already said your favorite. What is your worst horror film you've seen?
I don't.
Oh, I got one, but
I don't feel.
Question ain't for me.
I don't be liking dragging people, but I'm a drag that Skinamarink thing that came out. I don't know what kind of artsy little thing. Maybe it went over my head. I'm sorry, sir. But I didn't enjoy staring at the corner for like 15 minutes, then looking at the bottom of the door. Like, people were trying to tell me, it was like, this is how you felt when you were a child. Nah, I could see the room when I was a child. I don't know what you talking about. But yeah, that might be my most recent hated horror movie. I ain't watching that again. I don't care what nobody says. I ain't watching that again.
I don't know if he really counts. It's just M. Night.
Oh, he tried. Oh,
wow.
Damn.
it was I put it like this. It was fine with Sixth Sense. It was fine with Unbreakable. And then even Lady in the Water had a nice little twist to it. I just like the twist that it had. But everything after that,
I'll give him signs. I'll give him signs too.
Signs. Signs.
I saw his recent one. And
no, you didn't. Don't tell nobody that. Don't tell nobody you saw that movie.
I was like, because that's what he's the king of the twists. And I was just sitting there and there were no twists. So I was just kind of like, I was emotionally let down for a moment. I was like, damn. You just gave us a movie. Like, what the fuck?
Like, this is a straightforward narrative? Ew.
It's like, where's the spin at? Like, what? Like, okay. Because I remember I watched The Visit before I even knew he was a part of it. Because at that time, I was like, nah, I ain't fucking with him no more. But I liked The Visit. The Visit was good. Ode was good. Ish. I liked Ode. Like, it was good-ish. It had some good parts. It's not like terrible. It ain't Skinamarink. Listen, until he Skinamaricks me, he fine.
No,
I remember my son was saying, it's his wife now, but at the time they were dating. He was like, yeah, we went to go see Devil. And I'm like, and he was like,
damn.
And I'm like, wasn't shocked. I even read about it. I'm just like,
I forgot he did that.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Trapped in the elevator.
That was the next movie in my head.
Trapped in the elevator, and you try to figure it out who's who. And I'm like, come on, it's the old lady.
Yeah,
it's the old lady. It's not evil Dave Chappelle. Not this time.
Listen.
Too politically charged to have him be the villain, have him be the devil. That's just crazy.
Or it's a little old white lady.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Lord have mercy.
If I could give it negative stars, I would have.
But sir, you went in there knowing you didn't go in there thinking this was gonna be fire though.
No, I didn't. I didn't go in thinking it would be good. But there's like a basement, and then what they did is jackhammer into the basement, and then set a hole on fire, and then dove in it head first.
Oh,
Like the characters in the film do some things that's like they actively tried to get killed. Like this isn't rational human thought at all. Like, good God.
I would tell you probably my favorite horror comedy, Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Oh, I love that movie. My wife hates it. I love it.
I'm with your wife. I'm with your wife. I can't.
Alan Tudyk, really?
I love him. He's fine, but like everything else surrounding him is like, I'm not going to eat moldy bread and the good piece that is this big in the middle. I'm not doing it.
For me, it's all the times when they're trying to explain what the fuck is going on. Like, he just jumped into a wood chipper. He's
it's
like,
the
you
complete,
know what this is?
It's the complete miscommunication. The suicide cult, right?
It's the suicide cult.
That's what made it funny, is because they're just two hillbillies minding their business, literally minding their business, and here was a killer was amongst the teenagers the whole time, and just the simple fact of them stumbling into stuff, literally, yeah. I'm just like, how much crazier can this get?
I love a good horror comedy. My wife, she's not a horror comedy fan person, but I love horror comedies. I love like Tucker and Dale versus Evil. There's like
she can't do Shaun of the Dead.
She likes Shaun of the Dead. She likes Shaun of the Dead.
All right, okay.
I don't think I've ever met anyone that's just like, I hate Shaun of the Dead. I've never met someone that hated Shaun of the Dead.
Because they'd be a bad person. They're not meant to be in your circle.
Right.
Not meant to be around that.
Like you got a good cast and Queen is playing. I'm like, come on, like,
come on, man.
And you hate that? Like, I don't think I know you anymore.
Yeah.
You know, so especially when they're beating zombies to the beat of "Don't Stop Me Now," I'm just like, how is that even possible? So yeah, they have a couple good ones. What were you gonna say, Lady Minor?
I think my accidental horror comedy, which also lands into the bad horror movie for me, but it's like a guilty pleasure, is Don't Breathe.
The
turkey baster.
No.
I knew that's where you were going.
No.
It was me and three of my friends, and we bust the fuck out laughing.
When I seen that, I swear to God, when I seen that, that was my whole face. I was just like,
the whole movie was all serious. They getting their ass whooped by this blind man, and then he was just like, "Here's my master plan." I'm like, what?
I'm like, all of this thought process that you had, had, and you have a turkey baster. Like, wait a minute,
like,
in the basement with all this, I died. Every time I see it in my head, I fall the fuck out. That's why I started to laugh. When you asked if it was the worst one. Immediately triggered in my head. Oh, brother. God,
that's all I can think of. It was, I can tell you a slept on type of horror film. People Under the Stairs is slept on.
Oh yeah, People Under the Stairs is fire.
What happened to that kid, Brandon? You never seen him after that? You know.
I think he kind of stopped acting after Romeo got killed because wasn't he?
Oh, that was Romeo? His boy. Yeah, I think that was his boy, and I think he was. Yeah, he was.
They were together when it happened. So.
Yeah, I forgot about. I just seen that the other day. I always thought he was by himself, but I did see that just recently.
Yeah,
on YouTube.
So, but like, People Under the Stairs. Fool was a man. Like, because I would have did it too. I would have broke into that house to get some coins. Like you talking about, you got all these
Like,
gold coins.
Like these white folks living in this nice house, and you
they got a nice house over here, and then you telling me they also got like a treasure chest of gold coins? The fuck? Look.
my dude running around in latex. I'm like, this, yeah. That's a highly slept on one. No one mentions when they talk about black people living. Fool is one of them. What was the other one we did it for the Halloween episode? I can't remember his name, but it's an older movie. I think it's called Night of the Demons.
Night of the Demons. Oh,
yeah.
Demon Night.
No, not Demon Night. Not Demon Night.
He's talking about the dude that
Roger
wearing the pirate.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah,
pirate costume. But Demon Night is fire. I showed my wife that.
That was just
her on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had two Tales from the Crypt movies. Bordello of Blood is the other one, and I can't tell you a thing about it.
But Demon Night
was the one.
Demon
Night got
good.
me protecting Jada Pickett no matter what. Like, all right, y'all need to calm down because you did Demon Night. Okay, y'all need to dial back a little bit.
I don't know. It's Billy Zane getting tired of doing that country accent for me. It's just like, no, hold up.
You talk about somebody that's always the villain, Billy Zane. Like I'm always looking at him.
Look, you have this old white man walking around with a bald head. I'm like, dude, you're giving Lex right now. Like, this is just. How can I trust you?
Have they ever had him play Lex?
No.
I don't think
No.
so. No, I don't think they ever had.
Which is weird. Like
That was a missed
he
opportunity.
is actually the perfect Lex.
Yeah,
And I wonder how he's looking now because I know at his peak, yeah, he's
He don't look bad. You don't
definitely Lex vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, you talking a little too smooth. Like, bald, clean bald too. Like ain't no shine. Like it's just dry.
My favorite Lex out of all of them was Smallville Lex. Like
Michael Rosenbaum.
Yeah, Michael Rosenbaum was
Michael
fire
Rosenbaum.
as Lex.
He's
Especially to come from comedy to do this, I was like, he was perfect, Lex Luthor. I love him.
That man. That's he's my Wally West. That's
yeah.
That's my Wally West. He's a great Lex. Let me see, Roger, Fool, Jada Pinkett character. It's really hard to name a lot of black people making it out of a lot of horror films.
Oh, they make it out of like zombie
Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes did do it.
Yeah.
Using karate.
and LL Cool J.
Yes.
He's made it out of
Deep Blue Sea.
Right.
And Halloween.
Yeah.
H2O. He made it out of that.
It's a couple. We need to do the Final Guys episode now. It's a Tales from the Hood. Oh, Tales from the Hood.
Tales from the Hood is that's iconic. I love Tales from the Hood.
Yeah, Brandy. Yeah, she's another one. Yeah, Brandy made it up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because she played dead in I Still Know What You Did Last Time.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how me and my sister saw it. When we saw it and she showed up at the end, I was like, oh, she played dead. That's smart. You smart.
Yeah, Tales from the Hood is a really good one for so many reasons. David Allen Greer, and this was on the back end of In Living Color. So to see him play an abusive stepfather,
it was it's like
he was terrible.
I don't know how to feel about this.
You know what
He was terrible.
I'm like, oh my god. And then
he deserved everything that came to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I like to laugh at you, but you gotta die.
This wasn't it, my
dude.
Die right now.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't you got to go.
And then Clarence at the end, you're like,
Ooh.
that scene gets me every time. He was like, "This some bullshit. You need beef." I'm like, this dude, and it was so good. And then when they made that sequel, that god awful sequel.
Oh, we don't count part 2.
What?
Oh my god, it's a god awful. It's on Netflix.
No. What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And they had my dude in it. They had Keith David in there. And I'm like, damn, when you got the brother himself and it still didn't rock. And I'm like, that's a problem.
Can't all be winners.
No.
Can't all be winners.
It could
Yeah.
be close though. Like you ain't gotta be dead last place.
Yeah, that whole thing tells from between that and the white dude that was in the old house. He has that look, and me and my brother would crack up every time when he didn't realize it was the dolls, and he had a look like he just could not find his damn keys anywhere. He had that look. You know how you have your keys, and you knew you had your keys, and you looked at him like,
I just had the motherfucker. I know I saw them in my hand. What?
he had the most these little nigglets, and I'm like, all right, wait a minute. I'm like, I don't know if I should even give that a pass, but the fact that it was that even, I'm like, I don't even know how to take that right now.
That movie gave you like what you wanted. Everybody you wanted to die, they died. They did.
They did. The who was it? What was he? The mayor or the mayor elect or something, and got murdered by the cops. And the one cop didn't really do anything, and and he tried. Well, he's like, no, I'm gonna drive you crazy. I ain't gonna kill you. I'm gonna just drive you crazy because you witnessed this and didn't do anything. But yeah, Tales from the Hood is a good one.
Yeah.
Bones.
Bones was surprisingly, like, it's surprising with Snoop Dogg. Like, I felt like he was really into horror, like at some point, because he was trying to do a lot of
Snoop was just starting to reach into his bag.
Yeah.
And it's starting to show now because it's like this dude is making Corona commercials. He's cooking with Martha Stewart. He's doing announcing at UFC. This dude needs to be an announcer. He needs to do commentating for UFC. Period.
Well, didn't they have him and Kevin Hart doing the Olympics?
Yeah.
I must have missed that.
Kevin Hart, they need to have. That
was
Snoop,
a real
Kevin,
thing that happened.
Yes. I'm telling you, they need to have Snoop Dogg, Kevin Hart, and Leslie Jones commentating the Olympics.
Oh my God! If Tyler, I don't know who would let this happen. If it'd be Tyler Perry or who's the other guy going after BET?
Byron Allen.
But
50 Cent. Is Byron Allen 50 Cent? Kenya Barris.
Yeah. Diddy's out.
No.
Diddy's
out. Diddy's out.
Tyler Perry money. Yeah.
Can you know?
Don't do it.
Diddy need to concentrate on Revolt. That's what he needs to concentrate on.
BET-ish.
Diddy lets everything drop. The bands, screen,
he'll buy it and walk away.
Diddy's just like, it's like a toy to him. He's like, oh yeah, and then next week he wants something different. He's
something else.
Yeah,
man, justice for the band.
Justice for the band.
Every time I see one of them, I'm like,
after he made them walk for that cheesecake, I'm like, and you just let me flop like that? I'm surprised they didn't come for him.
DABAND.
Oh God, it was so bad.
Two things.
It was so bad.
Two things you gave us out of that. Walking for cheesecake and
Dylon.
Dylon.
And then they gave us Chappelle's
yeah, it gave us one of the best scripts.
Cambodian breast milk. I want you to go walk down and go get me some Cambodian breast milk.
I'm shutting the studio down again.
Him clinking the bottles together. I'm like, that wasn't even peak Chappelle. It was just like Chappelle just kept serving. I'm like, this dude. Oh my God. So yeah, it's a couple horror comedies. Always Ash Williams is always fun to watch. Even with Ash versus the Evil Dead. Like,
yeah,
I was like, I never thought they would have this level of blood. My dude is still wearing brown corduroys and a blue shirt. That's your go-to, my guy. That's your go-to. I ain't gonna knock you, but man, that has got to be a hell of a cleaning bill. It just gotta be.
Ain't enough peroxide and baking soda in the world.
He just has multiple of the same outfits. That's how he does it.
He ain't got to think about it.
They say that is something that you should do. I know, because I do a lot of like, what do you call it? Like self-help and motivational podcasts, and they're just like, if you organize what you're supposed to wear throughout your week, then that eliminates, I don't know, something about how Bill Gates does his life.
Einstein did it.
Yeah, something like
I
that.
do something similar to that. I'm just like, what we wearing today? Graphic tee. No, let's say
Me
less.
too. PJs. PJs. I know. My
He's
golden
like-
girl PJs. That's what I'm fitting to wear. Probably with some kind of graphic T-shirt. Like, I work from home, so I know.
I thought I had homebody style, but turns out I might just be part genius. Like, just
Like,
simplify my wardrobe because I don't want to cloud my brain with that uselessness.
I don't need to.
I mean, if they told me, if they told me today, like, yeah, you don't even have to wear scrubs at work anymore. Oh, say less. You got to wear casual. This is casual. I'm wearing Street Fighter.
Yeah.
It's not offensive.
The Golden Girls don't offend nobody. Like,
they just each other. That's about it.
They just offend each other. Yeah, that's right.
They don't offend nobody else, just each other. So
wait, is that the Golden Girls as the craft?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's okay.
Now you want that, right?
Actually, can you in the private
What's
chat?
the link?
I want to blow people's mind when I wear
this. Yes. I got to send that to a few family members.
Right.
Definitely look up where I got it from, because I be buying these teas like back and forth. But now my wife's like, because I invested in her. She wanted like this cricket thing. She had to explain it to me. I was like, I don't know what she's talking about. But it's like this big old machine. And I was like, fine, you want it? You got it. And she's like, now I can make you t-shirts. And I was like, say less. Go ahead.
Thank you.
You should have started off with that.
That's
right.
Oh my God. So worst horrors, best horrors, horror comedies. I hate to give him flowers on this one, but it was good because it took the trope, it took the old 80s horror trope and spent it on its head in his cabin in the woods.
Oh,
damn, so good.
I hate it because Joss Whedon's not such a dick now. Or apparently always has been, but
I mean, you can't say he's not. Oh God, it sounds like
it's hard, isn't it? It's so hard to like I'm like, I love your work, my guy. It's just
it's
like, you ain't shit though.
Because like people will be like, you like I'll argue with people all the time, like you have to be able to separate the artist from their work. And I was like, no, you don't. If they're trash, they're trash. Because I'm talking about J.K. Rowling most of the time. And I was just like, and then they're like Buffy, and I'm like,
yeah, it hurts. It hurts a little. It hurts a little. It hurts a little.
You like Buffy, damn, Angel, damn. Firefly.
You just gotta say like a full sentence. Like Buffy is an incredible show made by a dickhead. Just like you just gotta let people know what side of the line you on.
Yeah,
right. It's a great show. However,
you know what? It wasn't just him. He had a whole team of people around him that helped him bring this creation to life.
Oh,
that's how I'm gonna get out of that. I'm
like, I'm here for Sarah Michelle. That's what I'm.
There it is. I love her work.
Yeah.
I like Nathan Fillion. He's a gem.
You know what's funny about, because like we have Buffy, and that was this iconic thing that everybody loves, but Buffy kept Sarah Michelle from being a scream queen because she turned down so many roles because they just interfered with Buffy's. And I was like, she could have been a 90s scream queen. You saw her in these movies, but she never got to be the final girl.
Right.
So.
And I think she was better for it because it gave, Buffy was good.
Yeah.
It was good. And it gave us Angel. Despite that time where UPN decided to split the two networks, and that was shit.
Not the brightest of decisions on this.
No. Oh no, we're gonna take Angel. You guys keep Buffy. How the fuck does that work?
What?
They're in the same universe. What are you talking about?
What math are y'all doing here? That's not. No, just give him something else.
We weren't on the crossover bandwagon back then. They weren't thinking about the bigger picture.
We were. It was like they gave us a sad episode where he's on the phone. He ends the episode talking to her on the phone, and she picks up the episode, her talking to him. I'm like,
y'all couldn't
be better than this.
I just be watching Angel, and they just refer to Buffy, just like
Yeah.
that cheerleader, and I'm just like, damn.
Y'all just gonna shit on him. Like, the whole thing, him dealing with Wolfram and Hart
Mm.
in LA going to shit, and you mean to tell me Buffy didn't say, I think I need to go to LA to help him out?
Not one time. Not for the one time.
This ain't even for the cookies being done in the oven. I just need to. I don't like where this is going.
I won't even lie. That was my thing with I had that issue with Angel and I had that issue with Supergirl. Like, because when there is a more kind of like bigger iconic person, you're just kind of like, why are you dealing with all this when you could call Buffy? Like,
like by yourself. He was like, I need to do it by yourself. Like, no, you literally have a team and a super powered girl who has her team. They can help you.
Yeah. Like, I was just like, I would have done called Buffy a long time ago. With like Supergirl, it's just kind of like,
I can do
Superman
this
ain't
myself.
come
I'm
up
like,
here?
where's your cousin?
Where
Why
is
are you
Superman?
fighting Lex alone? That's really his problem. That like,
Like I have tons of questions. Like with I don't know if you guys ever watched Legacies, but Legacies was a spinoff of Vampire Diaries. So in Legacies, it's all about magic, and they're just like,
y'all are really into
where is
Vampire
Bonnie?
Diaries.
Like, where is Bonnie? Bonnie is the most magical being in that whole damn universe. But you dealing with these like peasant witches. I don't know what they are.
It's weird. I don't know what the problem is because I see it like it's so sad. Like I can't even remember which is I watched the Arrowverse on CW, all of the shows. I'm sorry, I'm invested.
Not apologizing. I mean, there were good. There were good.
There were very good.
There were
very
good
good seasons. It was just after the pandemic. It just wasn't great. I can't remember which episode it was or which show it was. All I know is it was either Diggle. It must have been Diggle, but something happened. Diggle had to go to another town, so to answer for that, they just had the Flash special effects as him getting dropped off.
Oh yeah,
not Barry stopping and saying anything, just him dropping Diggle off and keeping going.
Yeah,
and I'm like, that was weak.
And the running gag of Diggle feeling like he wants to throw up whenever Barry does that.
I'm like, that was weak.
He just said it in his ear real fast.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it. I get it when they do.
We're all on the same boat that Oliver and Felicity killed Arrow, right? We all agree on that. That forced romance. Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah. They really pushed the Felicity thing, and I actually liked her. It was just they pushing it. I'm like, you forcing it.
You can't give me an Arrow without an ending with him and Black Canary together. Like, you don't do that to me.
Anything. Even his last appearance. Yes, he made one last appearance on Flash.
Yeah,
and he talks to he's talking to Barry and in Diggle, and he talking to basically everybody, and he's like, so, and Diggle asks, what about Felicity? And I can't go see her and the kids. So let me get this straight. You came back here.
He didn't see his wife
because the multiverse was in danger. You helped out and didn't go see your wife and kids. Am I getting this straight? Because of what? Who said that? If you're rebuilding the multiverse, who said you can't do that?
Oh man, honey, I just ran out of time. Shit works. Gotta go.
Well,
it's above me now. It's above me now.
I loved the Arrowverse for a while, but then it was too many shows, especially when there was like crossovers. There was too many shows to keep up with, and then I was like, I really don't want to watch Legends of Tomorrow because I wasn't feeling it. And then they were always like, everybody else, you have to protect the time stream or the times, and I'm just like, Barry's over there fucking it up every episode. So I don't know what you're talking. Like, you worried about
that? He literally did that this season. It was an episode. He showed up in the past, and the first thing he says is like, "Oh, what did I do now?"
That's what I'm saying. Like,
he didn't inadvertently do anything. It was just
you have this whole show where they're like, oh, we have to protect the time. And then I'm just like, you have a massive supervillain in Barry Allen right now.
Y'all didn't at least think to bring him with y'all on the adventures to keep an eye on him? Nothing?
I know. Like that's the crossover they needed with them all just showing up in his living room like, Barry, you must
Barry, you have got to stop this. I see why Zoom keeps doing this, because you keep Barry.
Zoom's just trying to get the timeline right. He's like, I have to kill your mother. So, I'm the real hero of the story.
I will say this because, you know, and I'm a sucker for a good crossover. I'm a sucker for a good one. But it was funny because as I was watching Legends of Tomorrow, and it was one of the crossovers that they were not a part of. And they literally made fun of it because Sarah comes onto the ship, and one of the characters says, Oliver called and Barry called, and one of the other characters says, like, oh, it's probably just another event. Tell them we're busy. And I was just, I had to laugh because I'm like, when you know you're the joke of the entire that we're just like, yeah, we'll sit this one out. We kind of got our own thing. We got Vandal Savage to worry about right now. So yeah, it's stuff like that that just kind of makes it funny. And like Geek by Heart said, after season 4, yeah, it wasn't the same. It wasn't, like I said, pandemic kicked in and they were forcing season. They actually had a season. It was just, they had one season. It was just 5-part episode, just a 5-part episode. I'm like, that's not a season. That's what are you doing? They're just saying it's a special event. That's not a season.
Yes.
And it was a horrible crossover event. I mean, like Ray Palmer showing up for most of one episode, and then everybody else shows up in each episode at the very end. You're just like, anytime now. Jefferson, no. Kara, 2 minutes left in the show. Now you show up. Okay.
I'll give it to the CW because they really ran with that ball. Like, they were like superhero shows and Supernatural. That's all we fucking need. Like I was just like, okay.
They ran with the ball, then they dribbled the air out of it.
Yeah,
they did. What can we put Jensen Ackles in next time?
He's free.
Yeah, he's free.
You know,
is he still shooting the boys? Yes. Okay, we'll catch him in the off.
What's funny about Supernatural is when it first came out, they were both 2 actors that I didn't care about because, like, when he showed up on Smallville, he was just causing problems. So I was just like, I don't like this dude. And then that dude was from what do you call it?
Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore Girls, and I didn't fuck with that.
Yes, I know.
So I was like, I don't like that dude. I don't like that dude. And then they put them together. I was like, well, this ain't gonna last.
See, it's funny. I'm glad.
Wait, they lasted through a whole
like 13 seasons
and a writer's strike.
They lasted.
Look at these 2 losers together.
I was like, this ain't going nowhere, and here's my ass buying every season that comes on these.
Turned out it was actually pretty good. I remember that because I was watching Smallville, and somehow I think his character died on Smallville.
Yeah, he was
and then like
teacher that was getting too close to Lana.
Yeah, it was he was old.
It was those times when they didn't question teachers being too close to their students for some odd reason.
And then, like, literally the same episode, he died. I think it was like a car wreck or something. They show him like laying in the woods. Supernatural comes on.
Yeah.
And he's on that. And I'm like, oh, he's over here. Let's see what this show's about. Oh, damn. This is
that's
this
a little
different.
Okay. I'm intrigued. I'll keep this going. Let's see. Yeah, it was 15 seasons. It was 15.
Yeah, Supernatural, they went all the way. And I loved how he poked, like, when they got season 11, he was just like, we got 11 seasons, and that's one more than Smallville. I was like, dang. And then there's, because they have the actor that played Clark in Smallville, he's on Winchester.
Yep.
So, yeah, there's this blooper where they're asking Dean about things, and he was just like, it's a long story. In fact, it would probably take 15 seasons. He's like, suck it, Smallville.
Yeah, that sounds like Ackles. because they still do like the supernatural cons. They still do those cons, and the women eat it up. Like I seen a video where a woman was sitting on stage with
she was sitting on stage too. I don't know.
Yeah. She's sitting on stage in between them, and she's flirting. She was like, "But I've never seen an episode of Day in My Life." I'm like, "Oh, so we know why you're here," and they run with it. But it was one of those shows where you're hooked.
Yeah.
You're hooked.
Definitely. It just had an amazing concept, and like I definitely wanted that for like the Black community, because like Supernatural's many things, but it ain't Black.
I think the only Black people we had Loretta Devine in one of those seasons.
Yeah,
and
she was the magical Negro for that.
Yeah,
and then we had
it was Bobby's boy. And it was like he was
fired. That should have been the spinoff. I felt like a younger version of those two would have been a great show. And then we had Dean had a Black girlfriend.
Yeah,
and that was with a racist truck driver.
Yeah, it was. Yep.
So, and then after that, it was like mostly white.
Yeah,
mostly white.
Bobby and his boy, that was funny when they kind of got back into the suit.
Them. Yeah,
that was funny because they're dressed as SBI agents, and the HOA person says, "Well, I'm the HOA president. What business do you have?" And he turns around, he says, "No business of yours."
Yeah.
He's just like,
oh damn!
I'm like
unprofessional FBI agent.
Right? I was like,
we got our fucking business. That's what we
shut that Karen down quick. So shows like that, and it's probably the only show I've ever seen that got away with jumping the shark several times. Like, what show could say, you know what? We'll get the people really watching. We'll have Scooby-Doo. And I'm like, how the fuck?
Oh,
you were gonna say, didn't they
get son of a bitch?
That was your
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, they had it. And the first thing I was like Morty from Rick and Morty. Son of a bitch, I'm in. I was
yeah. They were like Supernatural Scooby-Doo crossover. I was just like, I didn't know I wanted it.
Right.
Clearly,
definitely.
You know better than me.
Right. And it worked. I was just like, it worked. And still, and not to mention Jensen Ackles played Jason Todd in Batman Under the Red Hood. He wanted to play Jason Todd for live action. Missed opportunity.
Yeah, they
missed
major.
I mean,
well, DC missed an opportunity, huh?
He's graduated now to voicing Batman now.
Yeah, like I think this is third round now. Yeah. Third round playing Batman. So I'm like,
that's how it's supposed to be. The Robin graduates.
Jason Todd got his wish after all. Oh man! So before we get out of here, man, Sylvester, tell everybody where they can find you.
Okay, so you can find me on every social media platform because I'm addicted to it, and it's always at Sylvester Barzey. I made it simple for everybody. As long as you know my first name and last name, then you get.
Geek Bar said, "Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they had some crazy. Yeah, even the musical episode. I'm just saying, it was some moments. Some moments.
You're right. I forgot about the musical episode. I thought you were just going to talk about the fact that they've had like the apocalypse about 14 different times.
Oh, they've had that several times. And they were just like, "Oh, it's just another Wednesday."
They actually showed us God and everything. God
Chuck, good old Chuck.
What would Chuck do?
It turned out Chuck was a dick. I'm like, how?
Not only was he a dick, he was making money off of the Winchester, selling these terrible things he did to them, selling them as books.
I'm like, damn, it's genius, but dude. Oh man, Sylvester, Planet Dead is an amazing book. We need more like you writing these type of novels with our faces, and it's a breath of fresh air. Whether it's apocalyptic gas or not, it just works. It just works. But thank you for coming in, man. We definitely got to do this again. This was always.
I had a blast. You guys are amazing.
Appreciate it for that one. Go get that book. Go get that book. Planet Dead. Go get the series. Hell.
Oh yeah, we got it in hardback collection, paperback collection.
Go check them out.
You know, however you want it, I could take your money. It's all good. Book. I ain't got audio, but I'm working on it.
Hey. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Hey, you got a couple voice actors trying to do their thing over here. I'm just saying.
Oh. All right. Okay. Good.
Oh man, appreciate you coming on, man. It's always a pleasure, man. You're welcome back anytime.
Yeah.
Hell, even just to hang out and have some fun and talk horror with us, man. We all for
awesome.
It. Cool. Lady Mandalore.
Oh well, hello. Hi. So you can find me on YouTube and Twitch because I now have my own podcast called Room Full of Blurs. It is live every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think I'm gonna have a guest on this Sunday. I'm not sure. I haven't committed to that yet, but it'll be fun either way.
That's where Chloe Bailey gonna be.
Okay. About the dress. Okay.
Well, now she's not gonna come on. No.
we spilled it.
She is. Oh, she is. She being me. I am also on Instagram as Roomful of Blurs. You can find me on Fanbase as also Roomful of Blurs, where I hold an audio chat room every first Saturday of the month. You guys missed a good time last Saturday. We talked about everything from Guardians of the Galaxy all the way down to the possible serial killer out in Texas. Don't know how we got there, but here we are. Anyway, range of topics that we hold in that audio room. Very informative. And then last but not least, I have my other podcast, which is called Child of Mandalore, where I talk about the history of the, Outer Rim galaxy called Mandalore.
Come and check that out.
Yeah.
And TikTok, Child of Mandalore as well.
Will Child of Mandalore be on Opulence? Is it coming to Opulence?
I'll talk to her about it.
Please.
I will talk to her about it now. Now that I'm thinking about it, I was like,
so DC, I'll be coming. I'll be on What the Shit tomorrow night. So DC, me and you, we gonna talk.
Yeah. TikTok. I do TikTok-y type things where you can actually see. My latest one is me showing off my lovely ladies right here. It was funny. I did a good job. I'm just gonna say that out loud.
I like it. She keeps showing off the ladies, and I'm just like, I want one of those. That doesn't. I'm not even gonna say it that way because it wouldn't sound right. I want a lightsaber.
What
were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I want one of those ladies.
They're
welcome.
Like the minute I say that, my wife will be knocking on the door.
Blurs
What are you talking about? I'm talking about the lightsabers.
It's all innocent.
Yeah. She's like, I gotta watch you in these blurred stuff. You weird.
I'm gonna watch this episode.
We'll be watching The Cinematic Assassin. Tell them about yourself.
Yes. My social hiatus continues, but once I return, you can find me at Mayhem Media. That's MAYEHEM Media, where I'll talk movies and comics and TV shows and whatever the hell else I want. If you want to keep up with what I'm watching presently, find me over at Letterboxd. Same tag. I do like our guests. I just made it simple for y'all. If you're looking for me, you can find me. The U-Tizzle is coming. It's coming soon. I have ideas. They're going to go down on the U-Tizzle.
Wait, is this still a thing?
I believe it's the YouTube. The YouTube?
No,
is it the YouTube?
The U-Tizzle.
Because I know Black Spartan said he just realized what Apple is. And I'm like, yeah, you're old, my guy.
Oh boy.
But on that lovely note, as I stress every episode, mental health is important. So take your medicine and take your PTO. And whatever you do in this life, lean into learning, lean into
Prepare the
laughter, lean
others.
into love, and make the world a better place.
Right on.
That's beautiful.
Right
I
on.
like that. That's nice.
All right. And when he means PTO, he means prepare the others, as Black Spartan would say. Prepare the others. I'm your man on the wall, the man up north, the cousin up north, the Papa Bear, the blurred world. You name it, you got it. I probably have it. If I don't, I'll get it. I sound like Hustle Man now. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you to my guest, Sylvester Barzey. Thank you to the team. If you're looking for us, Blurred's Eye View on Instagram. If you go there, you'll find the link tree in the bio, and it'll send you to all the great places, including Blurred's Eye View podcast on Facebook. And you can listen to us on Opulence Radio every Thursday. And I want to say Monday. Man Cave Monday, and we lead the charge on Blurred Out Thursdays. So shout out to Amaron over at Opulence Radio. If you are a blurred, if you're a person of color and have a podcast, give her a holler. She's always looking for great talent. You can also check us out on Twitch, Blurred's Eye View 1, and obviously the YouTube channel. Show your love over there. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. But also, thank you to our sponsors, Ultimate Wireless. Go there for all your little tech needs. You can also catch us on Always Press Record TV on Roku and Amazon Fire. What does that mean for you? You can see us on the television. We're on your television now.
While you're on your laptop.
On your laptop.
While you're on your laptop and on your phone, you can watch us.
Yeah, so you bet not have an excuse. You better be watching and listening and watching. So go to if you have Roku, go to alwayspressrecord.com and it'll tell you how to get it on Roku and on Amazon Fire. So shout out to them as well. And we are
house and download it.
Right. And we are also, Blurred's Eye View is also an affiliate of Otaku Noir, your favorite blurred blind box company.
Yes.
Which is what
this is how we got Planet Dead. Yes. Get your blurred blind box content today. It is something you'll never be disappointed. It has some great artwork, great reading, great everything. I have 2 t-shirts that I'm in love with.
Oh, the Vampire in Brooklyn one was
the Vampire in Brooklyn one is fire. I don't let me hold you. I'm trying my best not to wear that one out.
It's still folded up. It's still
I wore it one time and I'm like, I gotta hold on to this one.
Good. They ain't ready for it.
Right. So go to otakunoir.com and when you check out, use the discount code Blurred's Eye View for 15% off. You'll trust me. Blurred coins, fantasy coins. They even got a set of blurred fantasy playing cards. You want it, they got it. If they ain't got it, they gonna get it. Trust me. The artwork, the reading, all of it. Comics, graphic novels, it's there. They got them. It's dope. We got Legos. We got a screen face Lego. Like what the hell?
I need my baggie of Legos is right now.
We grown folks playing with Legos out here, people. You don't want to be you want to be a part of this. So yeah, go to otakunoir.com. Shout out to the team of Hanif and Key over there and Kay over there. They're doing their thing and they're showing love to the blurred community and all the blurs who provide all this great content. I need to get some more of those fantasy coins because Jesus. I feel special with those things. So go out to otakunoir.com, get your blurred on, and hit that discount code for Blurred's Eye View for 15% off. You'll love it. And as I do with every show, remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. You can catch us Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on all those channels, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, same channels. We out here. We're doing the good work. We're doing the good work. We're doing the good Lord's work, whether that's Odin, God, or Bast. I don't care which one it is. We're doing the good work.
You forgot Chuck.
Or Chuck. But we're out of here, man. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Sylvester, for coming through.
Thanks for having me.
And talking with us and talking about your great this great book. I'm sorry, this book is awesome. Yo, check us out. Have some fun. Like I said, see you guys Thursday.